Next race on our program is women's Madison. Klinger coming through, bell lap this time, so we go into the sprint, and it is New Zealand with Samantha Donnelly on the front. Helen Klinger from Denmark, but a big challenge coming in from Australia to try and come through and take this one. Ooh, it looked like the Danes took it just ahead of Australia. So Maeve Plouffe coming over the top there for Australia, but it does mean we've got a small group just edging off the front here. There is a little bit of a hole in the bunch, you can see there, as the Polish team just try to come across and just bring this group back together. 107 laps to go. So they'll get the belt for the sprint lap next time. It's the Swiss team that have the front, another team that is really growing over the last few years. They still have the front here. They're going to get a swift handsling into the sprint. That's a good move there by the Swiss. Nicely timed as Michelle Andres comes through to take the sprint for Switzerland ahead of Denmark, Czechia, with Australia coming through. Head of the race is the bunch. Amelie Deirdrickson leads through. Kira Will on the front. Going to make a move. Looks like the New Zealanders going over the top. So Emily Shearman launches her move over the top. Here come Japan. They want some points on the board. So Denmark leading with 8 points. New Zealand currently sitting in 4th with 2 points. Will the New Zealanders get a handsling? Will they get a change? They're coming up to it now. Her teammate just drops straight down the track for New Zealand. They get the bell this time, but it's Switzerland for the 2nd sprint in a row. Aileen Setz on the front here for Switzerland. Sam Donnelly of New Zealand trying to come over the top, but it looks like the Swiss are going to hang on, or are they? No, Donnelly comes through to take that. So it's New Zealand, Switzerland and Japan. It was Belgium that led through. So 5 points to New Zealand, 3 for Switzerland, 2 to Japan, 1 to Belgium. Just building that partnership as we come into the sprint. Is it going to be Denmark or Poland? Throw the bike to the line. That was between Denmark and Poland. Will this front group, they've just clipped off the front, will they persist now with this effort? There's Ellen Holland Klinger of Denmark. We'll get a result. So Poland took it. So Poland did hang on and take it ahead of Denmark, Germany and Canada. So 5 to Poland. But we have got an attack from Germany, just trying to make a move now off the front. We'll see if anyone reacts behind. Leylin Teutenberg here. Those hands folded over the front of the bars for Germany. The gap, though, edging out. It's up to about 1/4 of a lap now for Team Germany. If you gain the lap, 20 points awarded for gaining the lap. Switzerland, though, with Aileen Setz, not keen to let this one go. She's going to throw Michelle Andres into the action. 1 lap to go into the sprint. So Germany looking good for the sprint. If they persist with this one, if the bunch sits up behind, it may help them extend that advantage with the rush from the bunch. It is closing up very, very slightly, but if they swing out, it may favour the Germans yet again. So maximum points to Germany, Switzerland, New Zealand and Denmark score behind. So Denmark still picking up points, nice and consistent behind. Brautigam swings up the track. Big handsling though from Denmark. Ellen Hjørlen Klinger gets thrown into the action. Bell lap this time, and Denmark, it is our leaders on the front. You can see the experience of the Danes with Deirdrickson timing it, but here comes Aileen Setz of Switzerland. She is really on a tear here this evening and comes through to take that one. So sprint win there for Switzerland. Denmark went long, and Aileen Setz comes through at the end on some great form is the Swiss. So New Zealand launch a big move now off the front. So New Zealand currently sitting in 4th with 9 points. This is a bold move here as we head towards 50 laps to go. Emily Sherman throws in Samantha Donnelly. They had a glance across the track there just to see if there's a reaction behind. New Zealand are going to take the maximum points. They get the change right on the line, so that gives them the 5. Denmark, Japan, Germany, it looked like behind. It was. So confirmation, New Zealand, Denmark, Japan and Germany, 5, 3, 2 and 1 points. New Zealand are still off the front here. So you've got to make that decision. Where they're almost half a lap up now in New Zealand. They went for that sprint. This is it, decision time. This is crunch time. The pressure has gone off the bunch. So now New Zealand need to try and capitalise on this one. They've got to try and gain that lap. Now is the time. But you can see from the effort of Samantha Donnelly, this is a really tough effort to try and get on, but they'll be into that slipstream of the bunch very, very soon. Now the time, they've got to get a big handsling in if they can. Now try and punch across the gap for New Zealand's Emily Shearman. Can she get on and get that 20 points gain and catapult themselves right up into the gold medal position? They are almost on to the back of the bunch now. You can see the black of New Zealand with the red number is about to make contact. New Zealand gain the lap. That'll give them 20 points. So they have 20 points now for gaining the lap, but New Zealand need to get into that safety of the bunch here, because we've got the attacks at the front, and Aileen Setz is on the front for Switzerland. So they're hanging back just for the sprint points on New Zealand. Deciding that they want to take that. The head of the race is still with the New Zealanders. So to confirm, with 35 laps to go, New Zealand are leading with 39 points ahead of Denmark with 18, Switzerland with 17, Germany with 11. Denmark and Germany just with about 50 meters lead here. They get the bell this time. New Zealand will want some points scored in the sprint if they can. They will come through for second in the sprint. So Denmark, Germany, while behind it's Australia and Canada. It looks like they cross the line for 3rd and 4th. There's your 2 leaders though, Germany and Denmark. So New Zealand still with 39. Denmark with 23 points, but they have about quarter of a lap. The bunch is set up. This is going to play into the hands of our 2 leaders here. Now they're half a lap gain. This is when you need to punch home your advantage. When you're trying to gain the lap, it is a lot nicer experience with 2 teams to be able to share that effort. That will put them up to 43. Germany will catapult over Switzerland and put themselves into that bronze medal position. They're going to get the bell this time to the sprint. Broutigam thrown in for Germany. Deirdrickson is going to throw in Klinger for the change. Canada are on the front, but Switzerland are trying to come through to take some points behind. So points for Denmark and Germany. So Denmark and Germany about to make contact with the back of the group. They'll get a handsling in for Denmark. Don't forget that all-important sprint on the line with double points on offer as Denmark and Germany go over the top of the bunch. 20 points for the lap gain, and the experience of the world champion, Amelie Deirdrickson, comes right through to the front. Leolyn Teutenberg in second wheel. 16 laps to go. So New Zealand on 40 points, but Denmark and Germany, you can see there, have got their 20 points. They go green on the scoreboard. That now puts Denmark into the lead with 48 points. New Zealand in silver medal now with 40 points. 37 for Germany. We're inside 4 kilometers to go. And it is the Danes that are really bossing the front of this bunch now. They look in control here. 1 lap to go into the sprint. It is the front here, and it is a battle between Amelie Deirdrickson and Samantha Donnelly as Deirdrickson comes over the top. Donnelly's head drops under the pressure of the Dane. Amelie Deirdrickson comes through, takes a sprint with 10 laps to go. New Zealand, Czechia and Canada are your points scored. 4 laps to go, and Leolin Teutenberg of Germany has found her way into the front of the bunch as she throws in Messan Brautigam. New Zealand have got to get themselves up here onto the wheel of the Germans. Will the Germans get a timely change with 1.5 laps to go? It looks like they just might. New Zealand have got to be super vigilant on this final sprint as Brautigam looks for Teutenberg. It's the Aussies that have got the front here. 1 lap to go. It's going to be a perfectly timed chase for the Germans. So Teutenberg gets thrown into the action. Australia with Kira Will are going to take that sprint, but it's the rider, the team with the pink helmets, that are going to come through and take second place. They do. Teutenberg takes second behind Australia. Double points, don't forget, for that final sprint. So Germany takes 6. They're level on points, but remember, it's that sprint placing, that all-important where you finish. It now moves Germany up to that silver medal position. But what can you say about that ice cool performance? Denmark absolutely bossed the women's Madison here. Denmark take gold, Germany take silver, New Zealand take bronze, Switzerland, Australia, Japan, Czechia, Poland, Belgium and Canada, your top 10. We're going to move to the men's Madison final. So away we go. The whistle sounds. The bunch will roll away together. Away we go. We are off and racing.
Because that can cost you if you're not later on in the race.
We have an attack already. France really going for this one early on. So the pairing from France setting the stall out early. So it is it's a brave move here from the French team, and as well it kind of sets the pattern now for the race. For France to gain, they've got the bunch in their sight already. It was a very stealthy move. I
guess a lot of the time you might not be expecting that from the get-go to go in, but they're freshest now, so if they're seeing an opportunity, they've got to take it.
And it is unusual sometimes to go for a lap straight from the gun firing, pretty much. So Erwan Besnier and Clement Petit coming round this time. This is their tactic, clearly. They got 1 lap to go into the sprint. So you're just going to lay off the back just a little bit. So you just want to keep the bunch in your sight. You'll get the 5 points for getting onto the bunch, and then the 20 points for lapping the field. So France coming through to take the 5 points. Switzerland took the 3, New Zealand took the 2, and Great Britain took the 1 point. The French team are almost on, but not quite here.
Yeah, very close now. I guess good though, they got the 5 points as well as the 20 that they'll get for the lap.
And this is that moment as well where you just, you need to get your breath back, and this is normally the moment where everything starts to kick off on the front. As the Belgian team have such a rich history in the Madison. We'll just come into the next sprint. Belgium looking so strong. Australia making the move now over the top. The Dutch team coming through to try and take this one. So the Netherlands coming up towards the line. They take the maximum 5 points there to the team from the Netherlands. Belgium going in for the sprint, so the Belgians on the front coming through, take that one, so they take that. So Belgium, Portugal, France and Switzerland were the point scorers. So good move. So Hesters and Van den Branden. France still holding this one on the front as this race goes on. There'll be other teams that will need to try and take the laps here on the inside. 1 lap to go into the next sprint. Here goes Belgium over the top. So big attack, reaction from Italy. Belgium, who currently sit in second with 6 points. Van den Branden and Hesters. Belgium chipping away at that lead of France, who still sit at the top with 27 points. Hoppazak makes the move now for the Netherlands. Big attack, and he used the transitions of the track perfectly. Got some great height as he throws in Yuri Havoc, and it's that point. You just want to, if you can make a move from that far back, the Dutch look like they're going for a lap gain here.
Yeah, and so far they've made quite a lot of good distance, so we'll see if they manage to maintain that, but they're looking like they're going to get the 5 points at least.
Yuri Havoc, former world champion, they've got half a lap gain. New Zealand, Australia, Germany giving chase, but the Netherlands already starting to get the bunch in their sights as Havoc throws in Hoppazak. Will give you confirmation of your points scored, but the Netherlands waited, they're timing this one nicely. So there comes Yuri Havoc into the home straight. He's just glancing across the track, and what he will see is a splintered peloton because everyone is attacking on the front. It's currently the Netherlands, then New Zealand, Australia, Germany, Great Britain, Belgium are in line. Then the Dutch team will come into sight, so they're still trying to gain the lap. They're just caught up in this traffic now at the back. They've got to try and find their way through.
Yeah, they need to get back to their bunch is the one with the most riders, so they need to get back there to gain their lap.
So there is your team. There's Vincent Hoppazak trying to find his way through the riders at the back that are changing. This is the point where the Netherlands just need to sort of strike this one home, and they're almost there. If I remember rightly, the change is that the change in the rules, if you get on in the sprint lap, you still get the points. So I remember a UCI commissaire telling me that one. So you don't have to sit right off the back. If you make contact with the bunch, you still get the 5 points. 129 laps to go. So the Netherlands, Australia, New Zealand and Denmark was the result of sprint number 7. There you have it on your board. So the Netherlands 15 points. They'll get their 20 points added pretty soon. Here's Yuri Havoc gaining the lap. A little bit further down the bunch. Watch Spain coming through. Are they about to just, if the bunch swings up, make a little move off the front? France are there. That early lap gain for France. They need to start picking up some points here. Spain making a move. Austria trying to get in on the attack now. The head of the race is with the Spanish team that have just gone through the line. Mora and Vedri, they are so experienced, are these two. Mora Vedri and Torres. We're about half a lap gain now for Spain. This is looking good for the Spanish team. They've got the bunch in their sights, so they're right. You just start to get that draw now, and it will be welcome with 73 laps to go. Little glance across the track from the USA. The acceleration now for Spain. At that point, that's where you need to go. We go into that sprint lap. Now you can see the acceleration pretty evident. They're going to get on. They're going to get maximum points. And 20 points will really catapult them up the leaderboard.
Yeah, that's a very good move from Spain here, and especially now we're coming into the other sprint lap.
Trying to get on, they've got half a lap. Will they persist with this one? Spain almost there, but not quite. This is the agonizing position sometimes as a bunch rider, is it, when you're almost there, but you just get this kind of mayhem ahead of you.
Yeah, especially as the bunch is continuing to accelerate. It's like you're so close, but just not close enough.
But our leaders are the Netherlands with 45, but Spain have now been given the 20 points. That's just appeared on our graphic. The team of Spain have gone for a second attack here. So Spain not sitting back. I mean, Lauren, this is like, it becomes mind-blowing sometimes, doesn't it, when you're in this position. They've gained the lap. The USA are still the head of the race, but Spain behind, going for a second lap.
Yeah, and if they gain those 20 points, that will, if Netherlands doesn't get any points in the next sprint, that will put them up to first. So it's a very smart move if they're able to pull it off as well. And luckily they've got the British team there to ride with, to try and share the front there.
So your standings, 45 points for the Netherlands, 31 to France, who took that first lap gain. Spain now up to third, but they're going for their second lap gain here. If they can get on, the Netherlands and Belgium, though, are also on the attack. So it has been absolutely full on, this race. Bell lap into the sprint. So So we have a chasing group of Spain, Great Britain, Belgium and the Netherlands. So Spain now up to second with 32 points. So it's the Netherlands on 45, Spain now on 32, France on 31. The USA get 20 points for gaining that lap, but not far away from the back of the bunch are Great Britain, Belgium, Netherlands and Spain. So that will also give them another 20 points. Spain just didn't know, they're just absolutely relentless in this race. Didn't give anyone a time to recover. Got their lap, just went straight over the top and went for it again. 1 lap to go into the 40-lap sprint. Ollie Wood trying to get up to Van den Brande, and so Belgium and the Netherlands coming round. This is a big sprint for these two teams. Havoc and Hestus, they just swing up, they look around the group. So that is the 40-lap to go sprint. USA still level on points with Spain. Really impressed with how the American team are riding in this one.
Yeah, they're racing very smart, making the right moves when they need to. And you know, we can see that as they've climbed up the leaderboard. So we've got to make sure that they're equal with Spain now. So just get a couple more points to put them ahead there. Great
Britain, Spain, US, Netherlands and Belgium just make contact with the back of the bunch, but Belgium and the Netherlands here, the Brits have gone in. Spain have gone straight off the front, so they've gained a lap. The Netherlands and the Belgians have sat off the back. They waited for the sprint, but as they've done that, Spain have just put the big hammer down on the front. They've thrown down the big challenge. So this is the second time. They got the first lap, they went for it again, and they've done it yet again. This is a superhero level performance, you would say, from Spain. This is to be able to, in a 200 lap Madison, gain the lap, then just continuously just keep hitting it again and again and again and again. But these two are so experienced, aren't they? Yeah, it's very impressive, because even the resting at the top, it's not really gaining like fully your breath back. So yeah, it's very impressive to watch. Just keep going. So Spain almost on with the main part of the bunch, you would say, with the route of riders that are there. Spain take the 5, they go through and take that one. So 2 more sprints. So Spain take that maximum points. That puts them with 61 points. We have a sprint with 10 laps to go, 5, 3, 2 and 1 points. And then those double points on the final sprint will be all important. So Spain about to make their way into the back of the bunch, but behind them, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Belgium, France and Great Britain are also not far away. So another 20 points for gaining the lap. Spain make contact. The big question now, Lauren, is do they do it again? If you're Spain, you would just go over the top while your nearest rivals are trying to get on. If you've got the energy, go for it again, and that's exactly what they're doing. Spain are coming through, and they've launched the move straight off the front. The teams behind for the Netherlands, for Belgium, for Great Britain, it's just a mind-blowing scenario, isn't it? Yeah, just keep going. Obviously, clearly not tired, are they? They can just keep going, but I think the Netherlands will now be looking to catch back to them. There's, 9 points between them, so they can't let them get too much further ahead. So Alba Torres and teammate Sebastian Moravedri off the front. Can they take this one? They'll want the maximum points with 12 laps to go. They're at the top of the leaderboard here with 81, 71 to the Netherlands. So Spain really extending the lead. They get the bell this time into the next sprint. Belgium trying to get on, but Spain have got the bunch in their sight here. They're about to really start to put this Madison out of reach. Great Britain, New Zealand, Netherlands and France have got 20 points for gaining the lap. Netherlands now move up to 91 points for gaining their lap. Spain are on 84. Great Britain in bronze with 60. France on 59, so it's tight there. There is just lap gain after lap gain after lap gain. 2 kilometers to go. The Netherlands are really up in the pressure on the front, kicking things off, but Spain are into the slipstream and into the traffic on the back of the bunch now with 6 laps to go. This has been an incredible performance from the Spanish.
Yeah, they seem to be really finding their stride in the last part of the lap and just still going, and now you can see they're still sprinting over now, trying to get back to that front.
This time it's the Netherlands on the front. They're looking for the maximum points on that final sprint. Spain are trying to make contact with the group, with the Dutch accelerating on the front, but closing that gap down. They are right on the limit. Is still with the team of Spain. 1 lap to go. Spain are almost there. Onto the back of the bunch are Spain. Netherlands with 91 points. Spain are still the head of the race as they come in towards that final sprint, and they're about to cross the line. Spain come through and take the maximum points on the line. Spain take 10, and that means that moves them up to 94 points. And there you have it. One more time, Belgium. Justus and Noah van der Branden for the Netherlands. Jury having Vincent Hoppezak, Albert Torres, Sebastian Mora from Spain, your gold medalists.